who are watching online, with a particular mention to our Deputy Principal, Ms. Jane Larkin, who's not here with us this evening. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome every single one of you to our Year 12 graduation, University Academy 2024. And I think you'll all agree with me in saying that our Year 12 students, you look absolutely fantastic. You had a challenge. You had a challenging year with lots of bumps along the way, but you deserve the celebration, and please be sure, like I keep saying, smile if you're on camera at all points this evening. I'd like to say a few words about University Academy. This is my 7th year working there, and across those 7 years I've seen phenomenal growth across the school. Across the 7 years, we've gone through various accreditations, inspections, changes of staff, changes of lots of different things, but the school continues to grow and continues to thrive every single year. In May 2022, we were rated outstanding by AO. They are from the Department of Education, and we were one of the very few schools, international schools, who teach the British national curriculum with this accolade. The inspector said a lot of very positive things about our school, and that those positives continue to shine through every single day. They said the quality of teaching, the quality of assessment, and the quality of learning across the school was outstanding. Amongst various other things, they commended our students, our staff, and the leadership. In October 2022, we were inspected by QNSA, and again we were told that in the school our teaching and learning was outstanding. We received a 5-year accreditation from QNSA, and it's something we're all very proud of. The external exam results for all of our students from 2017 right through to now have been well above the UK national average, and our students sitting here in front of us, they prove that those exam results continue to grow in their January results, so a massive well done. We work tirelessly to ensure that our students get a holistic education, and we're continuing to develop that every single year. We were arranging activities such as MUN, Duke of Edinburgh, careers fairs, careers events, and we look forward to continuing to grow this next academic year with various events for our students. We look at the students sitting here in front of us tonight, and they are going to be our first cohort of Year 13 students, and we look very much forward to seeing how this will grow and develop. Just a few final words from me. Always remember that MBA, we're not just a school, we are a family. That goes from our students, our parents, our staff, and everyone is a part of our community. It's a fantastic place to be and a fantastic place, a family to be a part of. Please enjoy this evening's celebrations, and I will speak to you and take you through this evening. The first person I'd like to welcome on stage is Sanad El Ghadi, and he's going to perform a reading from the Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله ثم استقاموا تتنزل عليهم الملائكة ألا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا وأبشروا بالجنة التي كنتم توعدون. نحن أولياؤكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة ولكم فيها ما تشتهي أنفسكم ولكم فيها ما تدعون. نزلا من غفور رحيم. ومن أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين. ولا تستوي الحسنة ولا السيئة ادفع بالتي هي أحسن فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم وما يلقاها إلا الذين صبروا وما يلقاها إلا ذو حظ عظيم.
Thank you very much, Sanad. I'd now like to ask everyone please to stand for the Qatar National Anthem. Thank you very much. Just a very brief overview of the ceremony. On your seats, you have the overview. Please follow through that. We will have a series of speeches and celebrations for our students. Just to make you aware, we do not have a planned fire drill, so if the fire drill does go off, there's exits on both sides of the venue, okay? Now I'd like to invite Mr. Liam McLaughlin, our principal, to say a few words.
Good evening to the CEO, Mrs. Afaf, ladies, gentlemen, staff, students, and our distinguished VIP guests. I would like to say congratulations to all of our Year 12 students on completing your Key Stage 5 courses. The A-level program is ranked as the most difficult in the world to successfully complete for your age group and to gain a respectable grade. To thrive in A-level courses, there is much more of an emphasis on the student to enter into long hours of self-study. You have risen to the academic challenges that you have faced and prospered as a consequence of your self-determination, hard work, and perseverance. I would like to say a huge thank you to all of the A-level teaching staff who have worked tirelessly and who have been incredibly supportive and committed to ensuring your success. What makes NBA special is the massive amount of input by our dedicated teachers and the family atmosphere that the school has. The bond between teachers and the students is strong and one of the defining reasons why students prosper with us. Our Year 12 students this year have actively participated in Model United Nations, being school prefects, organising whole school events, charity days, and represented the school admirably. You have chosen to be ambassadors to your younger peers and the greater school community, and you have done very well and thrived. Next year, we intend to increase our education provision with the introduction of a full A-level Year 13 and BTEC program for our Key Stage 5 students. And we sincerely hope that many of you will be joining us. As a school, we have organised various career days and opportunities. Next year, this will be developed further with more chances to participate in events like the Duke of Edinburgh Award and overseas trips to UK-based universities. Rest assured that we will not do all that we can to continue to help you develop your path to your chosen university and career. I would like to say a special thank you to Ms Dinsdale, Ms Brosnan and Mr Singh for their hard work and efforts in guiding and supporting our sixth form students. Going forward, life can be turbulent, but always remember the words of William Henley in his inspiring poem Invictus. I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. When you make mistakes, which you will, reflect upon them, be critical and learn. That is how you will succeed in the long term. Live up to your potential, dream big, and never compromise on your personal integrity. Have confidence in yourself. Take every opportunity that comes your way. Build meaningful relationships with those around you. And remember to always be kind, courteous, and conscientious. Enjoy your special evening. You have worked incredibly hard and deserve every success that you have achieved now and in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McLaughlin. I'd now like to invite on stage our head girl, Aisha Keesar, who's going to say a few words to remember our chairman Dr. Jabber.
Dear parents, students, staff, and VIP guests, I would like to briefly speak about our esteemed former chairman, Dr. Jabber, who passed away last year. His contribution to the Newton Group of Schools cannot be overstated. As one of the founding figures of the group with our CEO, Mrs. Afaf, he was responsible for building the largest group of schools in Qatar. Dr. Jabber dedicated his life to education. As an educator himself, he knew the value of what an outstanding education was and how schools can play a significant role in the development of civic citizens in the world. Through his promotion of philosophy for children, he elevated student consciousness beyond the normal school setting. Dr. Jabber had a holistic approach to education and was keen to promote our students to be actively involved with organizations such as the Model United Nations. We will always miss his humor, intelligence, and guiding hand. He is sorely missed by all, but remembered with many fond memories. Thank you, Dr. Jabber, for everything that you did for the students at the Newton Group of Schools. Thank you.
Well done, Aisha, and thank you for such a beautiful speech. I'd now like to invite Moza Al-Ansari, who's going to come on stage and give us an Arabic speech.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقل اعملوا فسيرى الله عملكم ورسوله والمؤمنون وستردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون صدق الله العظيم. السيد مدير المدرسة، السادة المعلمون والمعلمات، الأفاضل والفضليات، الآباء والأمهات، إخواني وأخواتي الطلاب والطالبات، حفلنا الكريم، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، وأسعد الله أوقاتكم بكل خير. اليوم أقف وأنا أحمل مشاعر الفخر والاعتزاز بأنني أنتمي إلى هذه القلعة العظيمة والشجرة المثمرة التي غرس بذرتها الدكتور جبر النعيمي رحمه الله وزوجته الفاضلة الأستاذة عفاف المعاضيد أطال الله عمرها، فثبتت أصولها وجذورها في الأعماق ووصلت فروعها عنان السماء بإذن ربها سبحانه وتعالى، وقد تعلمنا بها على مدار أعوامنا السابقة واستطعنا أن نحقق تفوقا سواء على مستوى الدراسة أو العديد من الأنشطة خارج رواق المدرسة، وما كان لنا أن نقوم بكل ذلك دون توفيق من الله وتوفير التشجيع اللازم والدعم من قبل إدارة المدرسة ومعلميها ومعلماتها، الذين لم يبخلوا في تقديم الدعم الفني الدراسي والمعنوي النفسي لنا خلال سنوات الدراسة. لذا أتوجه بالشكر إلى جميع المعلمين والمعلمات في جميع الأقسام في المدرسة، ولا يفوتني شكر قسم اللغة العربية والعلوم الإسلامية الذي كان له الأثر الإيجابي البالغ علينا جميعا. ولا أنسى فضل أمي وأبي في وقوفهم بجانبي ومساعدتهم لي وتشجيعهم طوال الوقت. فاليوم نحتفل بجني ثمار تعبنا وجهدنا، وأحب أن أهنئ نفسي وزملائي وزميلاتي بهذه اللحظة التي لطالما انتظرناها طويلا. وفي نهاية كلمتي أتمنى للجميع التوفيق والنجاح في الحياة المستقبلية. فاليوم نغلق صفحة ونفتح صفحة جديدة نسطرها بخطوط من نور وآمال وأحلام ما زلنا نسعى جاهدين لتحقيقها. فأرجو من الله تعالى أن يحفظنا ويبارك في أعمارنا، وأن يجعلنا صالحين ونعمل من أجل تطوير أنفسنا ونقدم لأمتنا والعالم أجمع ما يحقق له التقدم والاستقرار، وأن يحفظ بلادنا الغالية العظيمة قطر، وأن يديم عليها نعم الأمن والأمان، وأن يحفظ إخواننا في غزة وسائر البلاد يا رب العالمين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Well done, Mose. I'm sure you'll all agree our students speak with such confidence. I could certainly learn a thing or two from them. Thank you so much. I'd now like to invite Ms. Hessa Al-Naimi on stage for a short address to our students.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear graduates, families, and NBA family, I'm honored to be celebrating this evening with you. I've been the head of quality assurance at the Newton Group for 8 years, and over my time, I've seen how much NBA has grown and how prosperous it's become over the years, becoming an outstanding school by all standards. Literally, the BSO and QNSA said it, but also through the feelings and cultures that we've created over the past 10 years since NBA's founding. With students over 90 different nationalities excelling in the British curriculum every day, and our students achieving the highest results in the world in IGCSE and A-levels, the highest in Qatar, the highest in the region, and the highest in the world, we celebrate true excellence. Throughout the year, NBA students have received awards for their chess competition, their science competition, maths, creative thinking, Arabic and Quran, and many, many more outside of school, I'm sure. With the CEO, the board, Liam McLaughlin, Jane Larkin, the hardworking staff at NBA, and the amazing students, NBA has truly created a reputation of excellence amongst the Newton Group of schools and the wider education community in Qatar. An embodiment of Newton's vision of always striving for excellence and celebrating success. Back in 2017, when my late father wanted to start the Philosophy for Children program, Dr. Jabr al-Naimi, Allah yarhamah, wanted to start with a school that had a strong foundation, that was established, yet had an ambitious community that was willing to try this. The Philosophy for Children program, I'm sure you've all heard about, so much about, was actually the first of its kind in Qatar. It was new for us to bring philosophy into our education. A lot of the parents told him, you know, what do you mean? Our children will start questioning things? You know, we don't need any more questions. They're going to start asking and creating issues for us. Why is this necessary? But Dr. Jabr genuinely believed that it was important for our children to not just become academically excellent, but also true, caring, compassionate, resilient citizens of the world. He was a successful man by many standards, but more importantly, he was a kind man, he was a dutiful man, and he was a reflective man that wanted to pass on these lessons and messages to his students at Newton. And so he thought Newton British Academy was the perfect school to start this project. And over the 7 years, the program has become one of the largest, most engaging, values-based programs in Qatar, now actually adopted in many schools. 400 teachers were trained to teach thousands of students every single day in their lessons the 4 C's: care, collaboration, critical thinking, and creative thinking. As my dad always mentioned, It's not a program that teaches philosophy like Socrates and Aristotle's teachings, but rather it teaches a human how to reflect, how to really understand their feelings, and so make better decisions for themselves, and more importantly, for the wider community, the greater good. He was not a person that just wanted to instill these beliefs or teach them as he did after 30 years of teaching in Qatar University or after founding these schools 17 years ago, but rather he was a person that embodied them and he really practiced them every day. He always extended his care and compassion to everyone, no matter who they were, and especially to those he felt did not get enough care in their lives. He actively listened and collaborated with others as he always found value in what they had to say. Through a joke or a story, he found a way to build relationships with strangers, making sure that there was at least one way that they all felt connected. He took a walk every day, almost every day, and later would journal putting his ideas to paper because, you see, he honored the creative thinking process. He honored the fact that our ideas, fleeting, although seemingly fleeting, actually many hold wisdom and value if we just took a second to sit and capture them. He was the most critical thinker I ever knew, questioning everything. Why ants walked in a straight line, or how can we really help our children, especially in this day and age, learn true values, practice good morals, and make sure that they do leave a lasting good impact in the world. He was a profound human being by his vast intellect, sense of duty to his family, to his community, and deep compassion that he had for every living thing that never seemed to waver. Maybe while you're hearing about him from me today, especially if you've never met him, you're probably thinking, he's lucky to have left such a good legacy. But honestly, as I was reflecting on what I wanted to share today and what his legacy meant for me, I realized that it's not luck. And what he would want to tell you today is that it's definitely not luck. He was a scientist after all. It was hard work and it was consistency. It was the fact that he was committed to hard work and committed to doing the best for himself and his people no matter what came his way. And a lot came his way, from losing his parents at a young age, to working various jobs to make money for his education in order to pursue his degree, to learning a completely new language in order for him to get his degree, and to seeing so many of his siblings pass away, Allah yarhamhum, one by one throughout the years, passing away way too soon. Dr. Jabir had many excuses for him to call it quits and tell himself that it's just too hard, or even maybe he doesn't have to give that much. But every day he would be up at dawn, working at the schools, coming in with Mr. Afaf, publishing his books, leading his lectures, spending time with his family, extending care, and making the conscious and consistent decision to keep going and to keep pushing no matter what. We have all experienced hardships and challenges throughout our life. Sometimes that push us to feel absolutely defeated. At times we even go through unprecedented difficulties together as a collective. Whether it's the blockade on Qatar, today is the day of memory of the blockade in 2017, or the pandemic that we all had to survive for 2 to 3 years that affected our students' well-being and their education. And as well as witnessing recently the most horrifying crimes committed in Palestine after 75 years of occupation from the Zionist regime, and the atrocities in Yemen and in Sudan and in many parts of the Arab world and the global South, places we call home. When we experience grief, horror, and shock, we are tempted to disassociate. We are tempted to shut down our feelings because we really can't handle too much. And sometimes it feels like evil does really overtake good. And sometimes it feels like no matter what we do, it's not possible for us to get it right. But I urge you to notice that it is precisely through these difficulties that we see the essence of the human spirit fighting to survive, and the willingness to still care, to still collaborate, and think innovatively despite it all. We see it in the way Qatar, through the blockade, was able to transform its industries to becoming more self-sustainable. We saw how the Qatar community, all of us locals and people from all over the world, came together in love and duty to this country. We saw it in the way we were able to continue the education through the pandemic, how students had to learn new ways to learn, and we had to learn new ways to teach, that still continue with us today. We see it in the way our brothers and sisters fight in wars and yet have the amazing ability to still commit to life, even when they are surrounded with so much death. We should also acknowledge the wars that happen within us all and that we overcome every day, either by getting out of bed and courageously facing the day, or changing jobs after being stuck in fear, or finally opening that past paper that you are so sick of doing. We consistently advocate for ourselves and for others every day in small and huge ways. And the best thing we can do to make sure we're making good choices for ourselves and for the greater good is to consistently care, to consistently collaborate, and to consistently criticize and consistently think creatively. I know it's clear, but I guess if I had to add a fifth C to the 4 C's, I would add consistency. It's actually the hardest one to master. But we should be inspired by the millions of examples around us who choose to do right by themselves and by others in times of ease and in times of hardship. Practicing good values and aspiring to achieve your goals without consistency can end up leaving you floating with deep beliefs in your heart and maybe great ideas in your mind, but not that much to show for it if you're not committing to it and really pushing yourself through it. Dear graduates, I leave you with this insight that I honestly learned the hard way. As someone who always did well in school, I got into the universities I wanted. I achieved a good portion of my dreams at a young age. I was completely blindsided when the first thing went wrong. As hard as it may be to do well when things are going your way, it's much harder to do things well when they're not. That's what I truly learned when I saw my father and mother do throughout their life, which was to practice good values, strive to make a good impact, and most importantly, keep pushing through thick and thin. Dear graduates, you too will come across challenges that you could have never planned for. But trust me when I say that you have the education and you have been raised by the right values to guide you through it. And your consistency will ensure that you show up for yourself every single time, and your consistency will allow you to choose the greater good for yourself and for your community. And inshallah, you will always strive for excellence and celebrate success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hesse. I'd now like to invite Mr. Stephen Hendricks, Mr. John Singh, and Ms. Patrice Brosnan on stage for the Student Academic Awards.
Good evening to our VIP guests, parents, and students. These awards are for the students who have demonstrated outstanding performance in various subjects that we have to offer. We will call them up in twos as per the subject. First, we have for mathematics, Omar Ahmed and Fatima Wine. In biology, we have Omar Abdul Salam and Salma Shoga. For physics, we have Ahmed Hamouda and Naura Zafira. chemistry, we have Albert Andre Begaru and Naura Zafira. For business studies, we have Fathan Andres and Shweta Nandlal. In economics, we have Jawdat Halawa and Fibber Zisran. For travel and tourism, we have Athar, Podoval, and Shweta. In computer science, we have Jawdat Halawa and Fatima Wine. In history, we have Sama Bashir. In psychology, we have Ragat Altawil. For general paper, we have Zain Nazir and Sama Bashir. And then Zain remains for environmental management, and we also ask for Aisha Kaisa. And last but not least, for Arabic, we have Omar Abdul Salam and Salma Shoga. We move now over to our Pastoral Awards. And these are for students who have been involved in various committees over this year. We'll start off with exemplary leadership as head of events and fundraising committee, Mirajuddin Ali and Moza Al Ansari. For leadership as head of the MUN committee, Hussein Al-Mazri and Aisha Mahmoud. Aisha Mahmoud. For leadership as the head of the academic committee, Jawdat Halawa and Fiba Zishan. For leadership as deputy head of the committee, we call up Ibrahim Rahil and Haya Nazda. For leadership as head of the media committee, Omar Ahmed and Fatima White. For leadership as the deputy head of media committee, Adam Krach and Naura Zafira. For leadership as head of new projects committee, Amjad Taha and Leila Al Yusuf. And then we had quite a large committee. My apologies. Photograph list. For the last committee, we're going to call up those that were part of the library committee. We're going to call up all the students at once to line up on the side, and then we'll invite them all on stage at the end. We invite the boys up, Mohanad Al Hassan, Mohammed Marzouk, and Jawdat Halawa. And all the girls, Sama Bashir, Raisa Firman, Nancy Mohammed, Fiba Zishan, Naura Zafira, Aisha Mahmood, Soha Khan, Najla JJ, Haya Nazdav, Shweta Nandlal, Saida Hafsa Babar Mustafa, and Dana Al Mansouri.
you very much. We could be here all night if we were going to celebrate all the achievements of all of our students. You've all been absolutely incredible. Next, I'd like to invite our head boy, Ahmed Hamouda, to the stage. And after Ahmed, we will have the boys' graduation ceremony.
Good evening, everyone. I stand with honor before you here after successfully completing 10 years here at NBA. It's been a long journey, full of experiences and joyful events, made lifelong friendships, and had the best years of my life. I'd like to take a moment to appreciate all the hard work and efforts all the staff members have put in throughout that journey. Appreciate all the hard work that the parents have put to further enhance that journey. All the memories we've made together is engraved in our hearts and will never fade away. I'm truly saddened that the time has come and we will be leaving the place we love to call our second home. These times will indeed be missed as we approach our final days in high school. Finally, we do not want to forget our brothers and sisters in Gaza with our success. We must always pray for them and help in whatever way we can. And as our ancestors used to say, after darkness comes the light, and after resistance comes the victory. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. So we're now going to go through the graduation ceremony for the boys. Can I please invite on stage Mr. John Singh, Mr. Lee McLaughlin, and Ms. Patrice Brosnan.
We will now hand out the certificates for the graduation of 12 years of very hard work in education.
First up, we have Omar Abdel Salam. Kenaf Abdul Razak. Omer Ahmed. Isa Al-Kelani. Tamim Al-Mansuri. Hussein Al-Masri, Muhannad Al-Sabek, Hassan Al-Hajj, Mirajuddin Ali, Omran Al-Malkawi, Ahmad Al-Mansuri, Abdurrahman Al-Shaybi, Sultan Al-Yafei, Fatin Andres, Jordat Halawa, Mohanad Al-Hassan, Albert Andre Dugaru, Sanad Al-Ghadi, Ikrama Hamid, Ahmed Hamuda, Hamza Imran, Tamim Kanan, Adam Kratchit, Mohammed Mazouk, Yusuf Mohammed, Zain Nazir, Atev Paduval, Ibrahim Rahil, Ahmed Rahma, Amjad Taha, Vito Braduca, we will now have our young ladies come up.
Thank you very much, and congratulations, gentlemen. I'd like to ask to come to the stage Aisha Kesar for one final speech from our head girl.
Good evening once again, everyone. Standing before you here today is truly a bizarre feeling. It's something we've all been expecting for and preparing for since as long as I can remember. And yet, I never thought that a single moment could be defined by such a whirl of emotions. Pride, happiness, and excitement surged through me, and yet there are hints of sorrow and apprehension. It is truly a bittersweet moment, but one I know I will savor for years to come. This year has been unforgettable. I vividly remember our first day, eagerly putting on our senior jackets, filled with enthusiasm for what this year had to offer. And here we are, on the other side. We've overcome everything that was thrown at us. We've laughed until our stomachs hurt, cried during exams, and pulled countless all-nighters. And we've somehow managed to smile our way through it. We've come out ready to face the world head-on, equipped with resilience, patience, determination, and most importantly, courage. But none of that would have been possible without our lovely families and our wonderful teachers. From the warm smiles that always greeted us as we entered class, to the words of encouragement that pulled us through stressful times, to the jokes that always succeeded in making us laugh. We are forever grateful to you for your ever-present support and guidance. I will really miss seeing all of you every day and hearing those countless jewels of wisdom. So to the management, staff, teachers, administrators, and of course our families, thank you for always being there for us. Thank you for always offering support when we most needed it. And of course, thank you for always having our backs. And now to my fellow graduates, I thank you for the joy you've imprinted in my time here. All the laughs, the jokes, the drama, all of it has formed a special place in my heart that I will never forget. And going forward, I wish you all nothing but the best. Always remember that the sky is the limit to those who don't fear failure. This is your life. Make the most of it. Dream big and never give up on what you believe in. As Albert Einstein once said, it is only when we accept our limits that we go beyond them. We've come so far through global pandemics, emotional roller coasters, and of course, seemingly endless rounds of exams. But we've made it. We're here. And though we may be scattered around the globe in the near future, always remember that our roots stem from NBA, and that is what unites us. This is it. This is our time. Before I end off, I would like to emphasize the importance of keeping Palestine in our thoughts and prayers. May the suffering and pain come to an end soon. Thank you for your time.
Well done, Aisha, and thank you very much. We now move on to the certificate ceremony for our Year 12 girls, and again, I'd like to invite back on stage Mr. Lee McLaughlin, Ms. Patrice Brosnan, and Mr. John Singh.
Our first recipient is Moza Al-Ansari. Rose Al-Jassim. Raged Al-Khatib. Galia Al-Majid. Al-Jazi Al-Shibani. Leila Al-Yusuf. Ramisa Anjum. Sama Bashir. Raisa Furman. Aisha Imtiaz, Aisha Mahmood, Salma Shoga, Fatima Wine, Fiba Zishan, Ragad Al Tawil, Dana Al Mansuri, Alanud Al Muraiki, Ashley Mika Cruz, Najla Jeje, Soha Khan, Nancy Muhammad, Saida Hafsa Baba Mustafa, Shweta Nandlal, Haya Nazdev, Aisha Kassar, Naura Zafira,
Congratulations, ladies. Now, we come towards the end of our graduation ceremony, and at this point, we're going to introduce our Students of the Year. These are a surprise for students, for staff, for everyone here. I'd like to invite Ms. Rebecca Keeley and Mr. Daniel Crouch on stage, please.
These students are being recognised for their contribution towards upholding and promoting the Newton British Academy values. These awards go to Mohamed Al Hassan, Albert Andre Degaru, Aisha Kaisar, and Shweta Nandlal. Sorry, I'll just say them again. Albert Andre Degaru and Aisha Kaisar. All together. All together.
Congratulations to each and every single one of our students. You've all been absolutely incredible this year. We've got a video now that has been created by our Year 12 students, some memories in the lead up to graduation, so please watch carefully.
So graduation, and I've already got my dress ready.
A week left and the excitement is mounting.
Days till graduation, and the memories are all coming back.
5 days left and I'm getting ready to say goodbye to my friends and teachers.
Left until graduation, and my head is all over the place from finalizing the
days left, and I'm rehearsing my graduation speech.
Two days left until graduation, and the nerves are settling in.
One day left, and we're excited to share the graduation with all of you.
Just before we finish tonight's graduation ceremony, there are a number of thank yous. First of all, I would like to thank our head boy and head girl, Ahmed Hamouda and Aisha Kaisar. If you want to come up to the stage. Come on up. Congratulations, Ahmed. Next, I would like to thank our head of sixth form, Mr. John Singh, and our deputy head of sixth form, Miss Patrice Brosnan. And finally, a massive thank you to our principal, Mr. Liam McLaughlin, and our head of secondary, Miss Kirsty Dinsdale. Thank you very much, everybody. It has actually been a really lovely evening. Thank you, all the parents, the staff, students, everyone watching online, and to all our VIP guests, thank you very much for being here this evening. I'd like to ask you just, parents, for now, please, if you can remain seated. I'm going to invite the gentlemen up for a photograph first, then the ladies, then a group photo. Parents, if I can just ask you to stay in your seats so the photographer can get their professional photo, and then we will have time for you to take your photographs after, okay? Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate it. Gentlemen, please come up. Thank you so much, everyone. If I can now please ask you to take your seats at the table at the back of the hall for dinner this evening. Thank you. Students, parents, and staff, can we take our seats? Thank you. As I'm walking off stage, my watch goes, and I was like, oh.